it's me again. Just your friendly neighborhood renoing person.
Is this how you reno? I don't know.
Just kidding, I only do my house. So today, I wanted to let you guys have a little peek.
I'm gonna let you have a little peek
into the next project of this 100-year-old house that has so many issues.
Speaking of so many issues, doesn't she look sad?
We did the living room when my mom was in Oklahoma, and the week after she came home, we found there was a plumbing leak in my room. So I'm gonna go show you what that looks like. So this is my room, as you can tell. It's a complete disaster zone because up here it was all gross and leaky, and it was over where some of my clothes were, and we noticed it on that wall behind where my bed is leaning. And so we tore up the ceiling part, and we tore up that wall next to the door in my closet, and this wall where the bed's leaning, and we were gonna leave the other side of the room alone, but there's a chill because this corner is where my bed goes, because there's the window to the front of my house, and that area between that window was where my bed went. And there were chills coming out of the windows, from the around the windows and in that corner. So I talked to my stepdad and said, when we get the money, can we do it? And then we just decided, since I was already out of the room and it was already demoing, we were just going to do the whole thing. So for 7 hours last Saturday, we took out the rest of the room, other than that green wall, because that is where the chimney is, and there's like sheetrock and all these other things that, you know, we don't really need to touch, so we didn't touch it. And we had to completely rewire the room because of the electrical being so terrible and old, and it was just really weird. So we could have had an electrical fire. Oh, and I'm having a light switch now. This is news to me. So old houses like this one, it used to be a farmhouse, there really weren't that many light switches, and literally the only light switch, oh look at that, there's a light bulb in my ceiling. That's new, because my only light was this and a couple of those like clip-on desk lamps, and I would hang them from on top of the windows, or there was a nail in between these those two windows. There was a nail like right smack dab in the middle, and that would be my light. And now I actually have a light. It's really exciting. If you have an old house, like, don't buy an old house if you can afford. Oh, look, another light switch. If you really, you know, can try, don't get an old house because they come with a lot of really scary stuff. So, during the demolition of that 7 hours on one Saturday, my stepdad found a deserted, thankfully, hornet's nest. It was terrifying to know that there could have been insects living in the wall. There was a hole leading to the outside, like it was a little hole, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But it could have been so much worse. But it was really gross thinking that creepy crawlies ruined a wall. But I was told after many times of me just freaking out, there are bees in my wall, there are hornets, there are things in my wall, I just, no. Demo was not a good time. It was, I couldn't stop making those noises. I couldn't stop just thinking about how there were so many things wrong with my room. And when the guy rewired the house, he was like, oh, you're very lucky you didn't have an electrical fire. It's like, what's wrong with the rest of the house if this is only one room? don't buy old houses. Just don't do it. Just don't. It's a mess. Just don't do it. This isn't even, I don't even own this house, and I'm having this many issues. This is my parents' house, and it's just, it's unreal. It's so unreal. And currently I'm not living at home because otherwise I would have to have been sleeping on a couch for the last 2 months because we had to save up money. Because things like this cost so much money that just don't buy an old house. My stuff is currently in the living room. Look at all my pretty clothes. And look at that new ceiling fan. Oh, it's gonna be so pretty. And those tubs are completely full of my books. I have like a library. I need to get a new bookcase because that got destroyed during the demolition the first day when we were taking down the ceiling, and that wall, just gross things got on it, and it kind of warped. It was warped anyway because it was a cheapo bookcase. So now I have to go to IKEA and get this really, really, really pretty bookcase. I'm so excited. But that's going to wait until we pay for the sheetrock and everything. I didn't know that much got done that I just showed you. So I don't know what else is going to happen. But the good news about redoing my room is I get to repaint it because apparently I don't know how to paint properly by myself. My room was a very dark forest green, and it annoyed the crud out of my stepfather, and he was like, "You did a terrible job, look at all the spots on the ceiling." Which, there were a lot of spots on the ceiling. But we're gonna paint it! But now it's gonna be like a light green, or like a light pale green, or a light pale blue. It just has to be different. And all this work is going into it, so when I move out, because that room used to be a dining room. It has 2 doors, not 1 but 2 doors, and it needs to go back to being a dining room as soon as I move out, because our kitchen is so small that we can't fit more than maybe 6 people at our table. It'd be nice for my family to get like a big table, and I'm hoping that when it all gets to that point that they can do that, so they're not completely just fixing this house for nothing. Let me know if you guys want to see more videos of the renovations going on. This is all I'm going to post for now because I don't know how long it's going to take to finish the room. The living room took only 3 days because we rushed, but this is going to take a lot longer. But, you know, give it a like and maybe subscribe if you want to learn more about this, and maybe when all this is done and over with, I'll actually make good video, like funny videos. Who knows what I'll do? Maybe I'll sing songs. I won't sing songs, I'm terrible. But I can make fun vlogs about what's going on in my life. If you really want to see that, let me know in the comments.
So, in going to edit the video, I'd like to point out that I've been attacked. And the lighting here is so fantastic. Jeez. I would not think that a window behind me... The computer is not yours. Do you see what she's doing? This is what I deal with. Apparently she missed me. The computer isn't yours. Stop. And on the other side of me, I have the Luna, who made so many, she was in the other video a lot. I can't think of the word. She keeps rubbing the computer. I don't know if you can hear that. And she's purring like a freaking motorboat. I haven't even pet her yet. She's just sitting here. Pets are weird. Yeah, you're weird, Pixie. She's mad. Do you want to be in the video? I don't know if that's a yes or a no. Do you hear that?